If you look at any top YouTubers thumbnails, like MrBeast, what you'll find is that their thumbnails look fantastic, especially the skin on their thumbnails. The face looks polished, it's very clean, it looks very cinematic, and it really does elevate the look of the entire thumbnail. The question is, how can you get that same look for your own thumbnails? Well, that's the whole point of this video. Let's get into exactly how you can achieve that smooth skin finish for your own thumbnails. Hello, my name is Biz, and I am a freelance thumbnail designer. I work with YouTube channels and help them get more clicks, more views, and more subs by elevating their YouTube thumbnails. If you need help with your own thumbnails, then my email is on the screen and in the description. But for today, let's get into exactly how you can also achieve that same finish on your own thumbnails when it comes to the skin. Let's get into it. So in front of you is a cutout of MrBeast. This will be our example image that we're going to work on throughout the course of this video. And by the end of the video, we will have achieved that same smooth skin finish that you see on the thumbnails of other top YouTube creators. The first thing when it comes to elevating a thumbnail is to ask yourself, looking at this starting image, what exactly is wrong with it and what can we do to improve it? And what is the whole point of even using this skin smoothing technique to elevate this particular face for the eventual thumbnail? Well, this starting face looks a bit flat. When it comes to thumbnail psychology, you want to make sure that the faces on your thumbnails are popping and are as eye-catching as possible so that when a viewer is on their YouTube home feed, your thumbnail instantly stands out. So what we want to do is just make everything stand out and pop. And a good tool to do that in Photoshop is the camera raw filter. This is a tool in Photoshop that allows you to just tweak lighting, colors, effects on images. And it's exactly what we need to in order to achieve that same smooth skin finish. So you can just go ahead and open up the camera raw filter. Now there's a few settings and panels and stuff, but what we care about are three main panels: the light panel, the color panel, and the effects panel. So the goal with the light panel is just to make sure the lighting across the face is balanced and is as even as possible. So you can play around with the sliders just to make sure that everything is as even as possible. Then we go into the color panel. What we're really focused on is the vibrant slider. And the reason why I focus on this is this will make everything pop. The third panel that we care about is the effects panel. This will add texture and feel to the image. It'll make everything razor sharp. And again, just add to that popping effect that we're after. So you can go ahead and play around with the slider. Before we even think about smoothing anything, what you'll see is that when we apply the camera raw filter, you see a lot of blemishes on the face, acne, scars, that sort of thing, spots. So before we go ahead and smooth the skin, what we want to do is to clean up these acne, scars, spots, that sort of thing. And we do that using the spot healing brush. Now, here is where it all comes together. We're now going to go ahead and apply the skin smoothing technique. To do that, we're going to duplicate the image layer. We do this because we don't want to apply the technique onto the original image. So with the duplicate selected, we go back to camera raw filter, and this time we're going to apply that smooth skin that we want. So we do that by going to the detail panel and pushing up noise reduction up, go to the texture slider and turn that down. We also reduce color noise. Just play around with the sliders and make sure you have that smooth skin feel across the image. And now we add our layer mask to the duplicate layer, and then we invert the mask, and the mask will now be black. So this means the entire smoothing effect is now hidden. So why do we invert it? Well, the reason we invert the mask is because we don't want the smooth skin everywhere. We want it only on the skin. We don't want it on the eyes or the hair or the eyebrows, for example. Those parts we need to leave razor sharp. So with your brush tool now selected, just go ahead and change the foreground color to white, and you can set the flow to around 50%, maybe lower if you want. And we're now going to just slowly build up that smooth skin effect. We're going to paint over the cheeks, the forehead, the nose, the chin, just on the skin, and just make sure you brush over it continuously and gradually until you get the look and the effect that you want. As mentioned before, stay away from the eyes, the brows, the hairline, and the teeth. We want those looking razor sharp. And that's it. We've now achieved that same skin smooth finish that top YouTubers also have on their thumbnails. So what was the process that we went through in order to achieve that look? Well, first thing we did was camera raw filter to enhance the image. Then we used the spot healing brush to clean it. And then we did a masked smooth layer to refine the skin without losing what makes the face recognizable. And that's the difference between a thumbnail that looks touched and one that looks elevated. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do need help with your own thumbnails, then my email is on the screen and in the description. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you do like what you've seen today, then please do like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. So yeah, that's all for me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.